So, because of some of the stuff that goes on in Schedule 1, I have decided that I don't want that game on my channel just yet. But there is this one game. Judge Trump. What's up, y'all? Welcome to a game called Guilty as Sock. Now, before we get too deep into the intro or the video here, I just want to announce something real quick. You see this? That's my fan back there, and that was on during the whole recording. And I didn't think my microphone would actually pick it up, but it did. Because of that, this video is going to be short because the fan noise gets on my nerves a little bit. So if you don't know what the game is, it's just a courtroom, lawyers, jury, judge, witnesses, all that stuff. Anyway, I was playing this game with my good friend Vala and our friend Apon. And with all of that being said, I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get right into it.
It is I, Trump indeed.
I'm gonna look at my evidence. So, it was around this time that I had realized Vala had his custom cards on. And shortly after I realized it, we were brought my first client, Mr. I Don't Know, and he is accused of
Selling homeless people to families. What do you got to say about this, Miss Apon?
Well, at 2 o'clock, I saw this. Well, people saw this man who was telling people to other people. So yeah, so that's why I think he should go to jail.
Okay. What did you got to say about that?
Well, what I have to say is we have this hotel key card, and the cameras was all around, and this hotel key card was registered to Mr. I Don't Know. And if cameras was all around and he was inside his hotel room at approximately 2 o'clock, how was he selling homeless people to families?
Nugget makes a fair
Objection! Objection! So, you see this pig with the fine that fine was in the room with him while he was selling those homeless people, and she claims there were like 14 people in that room.
Apon, it's fine here.
Is a fine here?
Is she
Actually,
here?
yes, sir. It's actually the male woman. She was there on her days off, trying to make a few extra coins.
And then Apon tried to call her witness up to the stand, but we had to explain to her that we didn't have other people for witnesses.
Nugget, you may continue.
Dang.
See, as you know, my good friend Mr. I Don't Know here has a green lightsaber. So he is a descendant of Yoda. So why would he indeed sell homeless people to families if his lightsaber is green?
Objection!
Objection.
Wait, is it my turn?
She said objection and didn't speak for the.
Even though he's a descendant of Yoda, that doesn't mean that descendants of Yoda can't be bad people. Cause he's a bad person.
You know, me personally, if I was the judge, that evidence would have not held up in my court of law. Well, I also have to present some mythical Za.
Mythical Za, continue, Nugget.
I also have to present the mythical Za that we found on Mr. I Don't Know. And that, of course, means Mr. I Don't Know is what the kids call nowadays stoner, which means he was obviously too high to sell homeless people, because we all know stoners are very lazy people.
Fair point, fair point. What do you have to say about this, Prosecutor Apon?
I will use the purple pimp hat because even though he might have been too high, he was still not high enough. He was still not high enough not to commit the crime, because he still had a right state of mind to commit the crime. Cause look at this purple pimp hat that he used with the,
Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
Overruled.
You know, she just might have cooked me.
So, Your Honor, you see this purple pimp hat and the
Mhm.
fire I was talking about earlier? Turns out, word from the committee said the fire.
I'll get present another piece of evidence.
You see, Your
We'll
Honor.
move back to you.
You see, Your Honor.
Oh man.
My client was too high because, like we said, there were cameras all around. And we found on the cameras this N64 controller that was dropped on the ground, meaning that he had brought that to his hotel room to obviously smoke the mythical Za and play N64. Now,
Okay.
who in their high mind is
I'm
going
about to
to
lose
sell
the case.
homeless people
What do I do?
before or after playing N64? Because once you're high, all you're thinking about is the game that you are playing and the food that you will eat. You know, YouTube has some good videos to help you learn whatever you need to learn, including how to be a good lawyer. I rest my case.
Your
No.
Honor, can we test
That is fair.
can we test
That
the
is fair.
defense for drugs?
Continue.
All right,
Otherwise.
my second evidence is a rose toy, which
Okay.
was found at the scene of the crime with multiple doo-doo stains on it because he was using it on the homeless people.
Do we have
So-
do we have any evidence of him using this on the homeless people?
Yes, we have
Your Honor, speculation.
What's up,
I
B?
have more evidence I would like to provide.
a stack of Benjis, which is code for Benjamins, used to pay off the homeless people so that they would stick the toy up their butt.
Your Honor, speculation.
Sorry.
I have more evidence. I would just like to say that Apon's stuff isn't exactly connecting because this is her first time ever being a lawyer. But she'll get there. We all know that Mr. I Don't Know has that stack of quote unquote Benjis because he was streaming in his hotel room. He is a W streamer. So we all know Mr. I Don't Know here is one of the most popular Twitch streamers in the world. So of course he has a stack of Benjis, bro. Why wouldn't
Now
he?
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
What time was Mr. Actually, let me ask you, Miss Apple. What time was Mr. I Don't Know out and about doing these heinous crimes of acts?
So Mr. I Don't Know was out and about through 5 through 12 p.m.
You see how she
No.
changed her time? At first it was 2.
I didn't change my time. When did I change my time?
No.
I'm talking about at the beginning of the case. She said she caught him at 2. Now she's saying
I did not
5.
say that. That is a lie. At 2 o'clock.
You said 5 to 12. When does Mr. I Don't Know stream Nugget? When
As
is
of
he-
right now, because he is in court, this is the only reason his stream marathon has stopped. He is supposed to still be streaming.
So it was a marathon. It ain't looking too good for you, Apple. It ain't looking too good.
I have a bag of coke.
Ooh.
Cause if he was doing the Za, he was also doing coke, Your Honor. Which is why he wasn't in the right state of mind.
Objection, Your
And he
Honor.
was selling
Everybody knows.
Let her continue.
along with Za, which was found in his apartment. He was also doing coke. Coke, Your Honor. Coke doesn't put you in the right state of mind. Coke makes you crazy. It makes you want more. Which is why the defense. I'm trying my best, bro. You can't be sleeping on the job.
I would like to object. She said the coke was found in my client's apartment. He was obviously staying in the hotel room, as we saw from the key card earlier.
That doesn't mean he's not a coke fiend.
That does
If
how
it was found in his apartment, that doesn't mean he's not a coke fiend.
that does, however, mean that the coke was used to help him stay awake during his marathon. You know, I probably could have said because the coke was in his apartment, it's not linked to him. But it's all good.
Now,
I'm about to lose this case,
remember,
A key thing to
Well, I
remember is
tell my
that
mama.
he was. A key thing to remember.
bro. Case, bro.
Well, I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Now, a key thing to remember is that the case is about him selling homeless people to families. Under the defense, the hotel key card and the cameras being around is understandable. Lightsaber, not so much. The Za, and somewhat.
It
But that
connects
just
with the
means that
N64 controller.
What the is this?
But that just means that he wasn't in the right state of mind, which means that anything could have happened. The N64, I mean, it's reasonable as to why he would do that inside the hotel. If the camera was all around the hotel and not in the hotel, how are we to truly know what's going on inside the hotel? The streaming just proves that he was doing nothing, and the hotel also proves that he was doing nothing while streaming.
I would just like to say that judge was power hungry, cause my stuff made sense. The mythical Za and the controller was used for the streaming that was done in the hotel room. The lightsaber, that didn't make sense, and I'll admit that.
Onto the accusation to pick with the girl. It doesn't really show that he is selling people. Now the hat does, the Rose toy doesn't, the stack of Benjamins just, it kind of gives more into the fact that he might be doing it, and the bag of Coke also does not. So I deem Mr. I don't know.
free man.
And as you can see, we all know who the better lawyer is. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. My next video to come out will be the cards that I customized for this game. And if you would like to see more of this game outside of my next video and this one, leave a comment, let me know. Or leave a comment on a game you'd like to see me play, and I'll see if I can get it. But with all of this being said, I hope you had a blessed rest of the day. Do you need a lawyer but don't have a lot of money? Well, just call me at Nugs, where I will be your lawyer for only a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Please try to remember that Nugs is not a real lawyer, and don't ever call that number because we don't know who it belongs to, and if you believe that he was a real lawyer, then you lost a Chick-fil-A sandwich.